You won't believe these countries actually exist. We're about to embark on a whirlwind tour of 10 nations that are so mind-bogglingly real, yet so off the beaten path, you'll wonder how they stayed secret for so long. Are you ready to have your geographical knowledge put to the test? Because I guarantee by the end of this, you'll be the star of your next trivia night, or at least have some new places to add to your wait what list. Let's do this. Alright, first up on our list, a country called Tuvalu. Now when I say tiny, I mean, think about the smallest place you can imagine, and then think smaller. We're talking about a nation made up of 9 little coral atolls in the Pacific Ocean. So remote you'd probably need a treasure map and a very patient seagull to find it. Seriously, its total land area is about 26 square kilometers. That's like, smaller than some airports I've been stuck in. It's so small, I bet their national game of hide-and-seek ends in about 5 minutes. Found you, Bob. You're literally the only other person here. Most people, and I mean like 99.9% of people, have probably never even heard of Tuvalu. It's not exactly making headlines every day, unless the headline is World's Cutest Small Nation Holds Annual Coconut Festival. Which, by the way, I would totally watch. Imagine trying to explain where you're from. Yeah, I'm from Tuvalu. And everyone's like, Tuvalu? Is that a new brand of yogurt? But it's a real sovereign nation, folks. With its own flag, its own government, and I'm guessing a really tight-knit community. You probably know everyone's dog's name. It's the kind of place that reminds you just how vast and surprising our world truly is. Second country is Nauru. This place, also in the Pacific, holds the very unique and kinda sad title of being the least visited country in the world. Yeah, you heard that right. More people have probably been to my dressing room backstage than to Nauru in an entire year. I mean, talk about exclusive. It's like the ultimate get away from it all destination because literally almost everyone away from it. You'd have the beaches all to yourself, which sounds nice until you realize you might be the tourist. But Nauru's history is where it gets really interesting. For a while, this tiny island was one of the richest countries on Earth per capita thanks to phosphate mining. They were rolling in it. Then, well, the phosphate ran out and things got a bit tricky. It's a real rags to rags kind of story, like a country-sized episode of Behind the Music. It's a fascinating if cautionary tale. So, while it might not be topping travel bucket lists, Nauru's unique past and current status as the ultimate off-the-grid spot make it a country you just can't believe is out there, doing its thing. Third country is the Republic of San Marino. Can you believe that? An entire country completely surrounded by Italy. It's like finding an extra fry at the bottom of the bag, but instead of a fry, it's a whole sovereign nation. And get this, San Marino is one of the world's oldest republics, founded way back in 301 AD. That's older than my oldest jokes. And some of those are, trust me. Imagine being Italy and just having this tiny, independent country chilling in your backyard. Hey, San Marino, wanna come over for pasta? Nah, we're good, got our own ancient traditions and unique political system to uphold, thanks. It's perched on a mountaintop, Monte Titano, so it's got these incredible views and these medieval fortresses that look like something out of a storybook. It's so small you could probably walk across it in an afternoon, but it's packed with history. It's like a little historical nugget proving that good things and entire countries can come in very small packages. The fourth country is Liechtenstein. Seriously, doesn't Principality of Liechtenstein sound like where Cinderella's prince probably lives? It's this charming little country nestled between Switzerland and Austria, full of castles and mountains and probably a lot of really good chocolate, knowing its neighbors. It's so picturesque you expect cartoon birds to land on your shoulder and start singing. I bet their national bird is a bluebird wearing a tiny crown. Now, a lot of people, myself included before I did my homework, yes, I do homework, might think Liechtenstein is just a fancy city like Monaco or something. But nope, it's a full-fledged country, albeit a very, very small one. It's one of only 2 doubly landlocked countries in the world, meaning it's landlocked by countries that are also landlocked. Mind blown. It's like a geographical turducken. It's got this fairy tale vibe, super high quality of life, and they even once accidentally invaded Switzerland by sending their army to the wrong town. True story. You can't make this stuff up. The fifth country is Comoros. It's an archipelago, a group of islands floating off the eastern coast of Africa between Mozambique and Madagascar. Sounds idyllic, right? Volcanic islands, beautiful beaches, and a unique cultural mix of African, Arab, and French influences. They call it the Perfumed Islands because of all the fragrant plants like ylang-ylang, vanilla, and jasmine. I bet it smells amazing there. My dressing room mostly smells like old pizza and nervous energy. Comoros is one of those places that just quietly exists. rarely making international headlines unless there's a particularly interesting weather pattern. It's not a tourist hotspot, it's not a global superpower, it's just Comoros, doing its Comorian thing. And that's what makes it so intriguing. Imagine the unique blend of cultures, the history of sultans and pirates all on these relatively small islands. It's a reminder that there are whole worlds out there with their own distinct flavors and stories that many of us just sail right past on the global stage. Definitely a spot to add to your, didn't know that was a country list. The sixth country is Kiribati. We're talking 33 coral atolls and reef islands scattered across a vast expanse of the central Pacific Ocean. It's so spread out, it's the only country in the world to fall into all four hemispheres. North, south, east, west. Kiribati's got a piece of all of them. How do you even have a national picnic? Alright everyone, meet in the Eastern Hemisphere section, near the international date line. It must be a logistical nightmare for their postal service. But here's the coolest thing about Kiribati, and this is a great trivia fact. Because of its location right next to the international date line, it's one of the first places on Earth to see the new year. Imagine that New Year's Eve party. They're popping champagne while the rest of us are still figuring out our lunch plans. Happy New Year from the future, they could say. Sadly, it's also one of the nations most threatened by climate change and rising sea levels, which is a sobering thought. A beautiful, unique, and incredibly vulnerable place. The seventh country is Sao Tome and Principe. Say that 5 times fast. This place is a two-island nation that most people would struggle to pinpoint on a map without a little help. It's like it's playing hide-and-seek with the rest of the world and doing a really good job. Nope, not here. Try again. It's one of Africa's smallest countries, just these 2 main volcanic islands and a few smaller islets. But what it lacks in size, it makes up for in lush, tropical beauty. We're talking dense rainforests, incredible biodiversity, they call it Africa's Galapagos sometimes, and a history rich with coffee and cocoa plantations. In fact, it used to be a major cocoa producer, earning it the nickname, the Chocolate Islands. How cool is that? An entire country that sounds like a dessert. Imagine telling people you're from the Chocolate Islands. Instant popularity. It's a place of stunning natural beauty, largely untouched by mass tourism, just waiting to be, well, not found by too many people, I guess. The eighth country is Palau. This is an island country in the western Pacific Ocean, part of Micronesia. And let me tell you, it is an absolute paradise for anyone who loves the ocean. We're talking over 500 islands, most of them uninhabited, surrounded by some of the most pristine and biodiverse waters on the planet. Think crystal clear turquoise water, vibrant coral reefs teeming with fish, sharks, manta rays. It's like finding Nemo's actual address. Palau is legendary among scuba divers and marine biologists, but for the average person, it might just be a name you vaguely heard. They have this incredible place called Jellyfish Lake, where you can swim with millions of non-stinging jellyfish. Can you imagine? It's like being in a living lava lamp. They're also super committed to conservation, creating one of the world's largest marine sanctuaries. So, while it might be a bit off the radar for mainstream travel, Palau is a world-class destination for underwater adventure and a country that's truly dedicated to protecting its stunning natural treasures. It's a real-life Atlantis almost. The ninth country, tucked away high in the Pyrenees Mountains, sandwiched between Spain and France, is the Principality of Andorra. It's like these 2 big countries had a little baby country and decided to hide it in the mountains. Shh, don't tell anyone, it's our little secret principality. It's known for its stunning mountain scenery, ski resorts, and get this, being a bit of a tax haven. So you can ski all day and then count your untaxed money all night? I'm not sure that's how it works, but it sounds appealing. Andorra is another one of those micro-states that has managed to maintain its independence for centuries, despite being surrounded by much larger neighbors. It has its own unique Catalan culture, and its capital, Andorra la Vella, is the highest capital city in Europe. Imagine the views from your office window there. It's a popular spot for shoppers looking for duty-free goods, and for hikers and skiers who love the mountain air. So it's not just a blip on the map, it's a thriving little nation with a lot to offer, even if you need a good map and maybe some climbing gear to find it. Last but certainly not least on our tour of unexpectedly real countries is Djibouti. Come on, say it with me, Djibouti. It sounds like it could be a dance move or maybe a new character in a kids show. And here comes Djibouti the friendly giraffe. But no, it's a real country strategically located on the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, which connects the Red Sea to the Gulf of Aden. This makes it a super important shipping route, a real crossroads of cultures and commerce. Djibouti is a land of stark desert landscapes, volcanic formations and incredible salt lakes like Lake Assal, which is one of the lowest and saltiest points on Earth. It's a melting pot of African and Arab influences, and because of its location, it hosts military bases for several foreign countries including the US, France and China. So, while its name might make you chuckle, Djibouti is a seriously significant place on the world stage. It's a reminder that even the countries with the most unusual names can play a vital role and have a fascinating story to tell. Djibouti, see? Still fun. Wow, what a trip, right? From the tiny islands of Tuvalu to the mountainous hideaway of Andorra and the uniquely named Djibouti, my mind is officially blown and my must-visit someday if I can find it on a map list has just gotten a whole lot longer. It's pretty amazing to think about all these distinct nations, each with its own culture, history, and spot on this big, beautiful planet that many of us just didn't even realize were out there. It really makes you appreciate the diversity and the sheer scale of our world. It just goes to show you, there's always something new to learn, always another corner of the globe to discover, even if it's a country you can barely pronounce, or one that's smaller than your local shopping mall. These places might not be in the headlines every day, but they're out there full of stories, full of people, and full of surprises. And who knows, maybe one of these hidden gems will be your next incredible adventure, or at least your winning answer in a very specific trivia game. So, the big question is, be honest now, how many of these countries had you actually heard of before watching this? Were you a geography whiz, or did we stump you a few times? I know I learned a ton. Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear which one surprised you the most. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more adventures, and we'll see you next time. Bye everybody.